to see you there, mates. Lovely to have you with us today. Welcome to the Purge. I don't have time for all this pogo business. I just want to tell you to wake up, put on a little makeup. I don't think you trust in my self-righteous social experiment. Coffee. You wanted to. All right, cool. So, I have to tell you that, wow, it's been a couple of really interesting days here, guys. A lot has happened, and I've looked into a lot of old stuff. And, like I said, it's where we're going. We've already been. It's a dark place. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to delete this so I can do my thing here. And, okay. And then one more. And there it goes. My boy. Alright, we got this up in here. Make that big. And now you can see it. And welcome to the Purge. Thank you, my little Purginians. I'm glad you're here. I guess I'll open the chat at some point if I can here. What is it? Window capture. Capture the window. Yes, sir. And wow, that's big. I'm capturing all the windows. What is going on? Oh, I have to close that. Okay, save. And ta-da! Here I am. There I is. So, I don't know if I could even be on screen today. I don't care. Play it out. Okay. So, I'm going to start with some standard. Okay. No change here. No reply. Nothing. I sent the message last night, and you can see nothing replied. I'm going to call him again. Give him a thumbs up. And will it ring? We don't know. Oh, it's ringing. It rang. No answer. Redial. Something went wrong. Okay, so if you're a fan of Thought Riot, you know that definitely something's wrong. All right, cool. So we know that. Bye. Okay, the next thing is I wanted to show you. There's been we'll check the thingamadabba. I want to tell you I've messaged and called Tim Gressbeck, and as a matter of fact, why don't I just go right on ahead and do it again? So I've messaged him twice. I've called him. There's no response. I don't know if maybe he's on vacation or maybe he's just like everybody else in Moscow, Idaho, that doesn't want to talk to me. Let's see what happens here. That's the phone number. And Tim Gressbeck is was the lawyer for
You have reached
Timmy
the law
Reed.
office of Tim Gressbeck. We are currently unavailable. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message.
Please leave your message after the tone. When done, hang up or press the pound key.
Hello, Mr. Gressbeck. This is Kane again, and I am calling about the Timmy Reed case. If you have the time, please give me a call back. All right. Have a great day. Thank you very much. You see? Nobody's talking. Ain't nobody talking, man. What's he scared of? They must have paid him a couple $1 billion because he was pissed. He was pissed about that case, dude. And he said there's a out of control, violent, vandal football culture. All right? And we're going to get to it. So, yeah, silenced. All right, and so good times. We we have to say, watch some surfing really quick. Don't be mad. Really cool, right? That looks like some Wilbur Kookmeyer 1970s business happening there. And that is from the Southern Australia coast to India to South Africa. We are live on the Purge, folks. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to open the chat now. Hi, guys. Anyone here? Probably no new shows, all no shows. Because I was like, hey, Thelma, what's up? Speaking of South Africa. Yeah, man. South Africa in the house. Yeah, right. It's nice to have one fan, you know? And I'm sure all my awesome chatty friends will be here later. For now, everything sound okay there, Thelma? How you doing today? It's very nice to see you. She is a South African. I've yet to hear her speak, but I'm sure it's marvelous. There was somebody doing a bit on you. No matter how many times you hear an Australian speak, it's just funny no matter what they say. Okay, anyway, I'm trying to move it along here because I got a lot. So this one is more surfing and not sorry. Okay, look at that. What in the world was this guy thinking? And this is, oh gosh, what's the name of this place? This is in Australia there. It's called Bottoms or something. Oh, Deadman's. Appropriately named Deadman's. All right, I just wanted to quickly run through that. And we're going to have a good time today because, I mean, why not, dude? We got some. When angels don't deserve to die and they got the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying, dude? You know? Look at this guy.
Oh my God! That's a big gator, buddy.
That's a big gator. That's a big. Did you see how big that gator was? He just stuck his jaws right up. Look at this again. Oh man. Thelma's still there. All right, anybody, come on down. The Purge is right. Purge is always right. Folks, we know this. All right, so we're going on number 2. We're going to talk about the lovely. And I'll let her do the speaking there. And she is, I believe she's a vetted subscriber now. No, I don't know if that's true.
Crazy. It's giving.
Are you?
Okay, that was enough of that. You know who she is. All right, this one was some lady, and they were in a storm, and she prayed for Jesus to help her, and then something told her to take a picture out the window, and this is what she captured. When the guy who developed the film was like, "Where did you get this?" And she told him. And that's what, let's see. He's sitting right next to me right now, looking out. Good guy, man. Lucky, yeah. All right. So the next thing on the business down is this cool shit I came across. I wanted to share with you guys. Bam.
I think back to being a big TV kid. And for whatever reason, there are 2 jokes that I remember just got, like, burned into my brain. They're not even, like, ingenious jokes or anything, but they, like, annihilated my funny bone at the age of 6. And anyway, I was at the hotel pool the other day, and I found them. Here they are. They need no introduction.
This prevents streaking.
I'm in full lotus position, and my chakras are all aligned, and my mind is all cleared of all chatter, and I'm looking out on my third eye, and everything I'm supposed to be doing. It's amazing what comes up when you sit in that silence. Mama keeps whites bright like the sunlight. Mama's got the magic of Clorox, too.
Oh, man. That lady is, yeah, I think she's deaf or something, but anyway, she is really, really funny. Her name is Tina Frim, I believe. Tina Frimmel. Check out her stand-up. It's really good. Anyway, moving right along really quickly, because sorry a lot today. What happens when you take your dog...
I really want to get married, but I'm very scared that I'm going to get married, go on my honeymoon, come back, get the photos from the photographer, post them on Instagram, and as the likes start to die down, realize that's the only reason I did it.
Ain't that the truth? All right, next one. Keep it rocking. Got a lot. Okay, I'm almost out of the fooling around stuff. Now, there's what happens, I believe. This one I just put in there for,
Sorry. Did you say T? That is racist. It's racist for you to say that. It's like if you walked on a comedy stage in the UK and we were like type 2 diabetes. That...
I put that one in there for Dinky IMO. Just a quick laugh there. Does that have dry humor there? Is that a real thing, dry humor? What we have, I guess our humor here is wet or slapstick or... stop hitting myself. Oh, God. Here we go. Okay, so that was funny. Thelma, what's up? I don't know what to do with Idaho info that I received. A conversation between someone and someone. I don't know what to do with that, Thelma. We're still in the fuck. Oh, I became a great uncle yesterday, just FYI.
You gonna miss me? Oh, shit. You gonna miss me? Oh, shit.
I can watch that one all day. She slides all the way across the floor. All right, I'm just trying to close these as I go because I got so many open. All right, what's this one? Somebody to somebody something. You'll see, Thelma. It's all What did you receive? Let me ask Thelma in the chat here. What did you receive? Let's see. Just not if you can hear me. Is anyone home? Anyone? I said 3 o'clock. Be here. All right. So this is something else that I thought was funny yesterday. I
think you gave me a ticket the other day.
One out of 9 here.
Okay, did I really? Let's get a copyright strike early. I'll take it out. Yeah. Well, he says. She says. Who cares? All right. This one. I'm echoing. Sorry. Okay. No echo now.
How does a mansplainer find water? Well, actually.
So yeah, How does a mansplainer find water? Let's talk about mansplainers real quick. And a gentleman who we're going to be talking about, Mr. Villa. And he is the Dutch Brothers sweater wearer, long-haired guy at the grub truck. Yeah, I said it, grub truck. I told you. Where we're going, we've already been, my friends. Welcome to the Purge. Welcome to Idaho 4 Case. The footnotes of the PCA that they released, or whatever, the re-release of the greatest hits of the Moscow PD department, has basically pedaled back on almost all the information that they had. So, and I'm not one to say, oh, you know, get Bryan Kohberger free because I want to have a beer with him. No, I want the persons all the way up to the top to be found guilty. And I want them to get the worst punishment possible for Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee. Isn't it hard to say their names now? It really is. Because it's been so long. You know, I've had 2 dreams with them. I had one dream, and me and Ethan were chasing a drone. And then we chased it over, and it crashed into the trees. It crashed into like a banana bush. And then Xana appeared. That was the second time I saw Xana, because the first dream, I was living across the street from a house I used to live at in Holiday, and there was 4 beds in the room, and everybody just shared the living room, like kind of looked out over the street. And I remember Kaylee and Maddie were there, and I don't know what the 3rd bed was, and I guess the other one was my bed. I just remember that being a very real long, just all kinds of crazy side. You know, maybe there was some messages in there, I forgot now. I hate it when, I try to remember my dreams right when I wake up. I'm not a writer downer, but if I rethink about what I went through, then I can usually retain whatever it was. Like the other dream I had, they had a dream.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
Right.
It's a public beach, dude.
Come on, man.
It's a public beach.
I understand it's a public beach and I can't stop you, but now I have to explain it to my boss.
What, that I'm taking a video?
Alright. It is kind of hot, sec. I mean, if you want to be cool, I don't know.
Okay. Hey, what's up?
Okay, so yeah, that shows you they're doing stuff they're not telling us about, right? Right there, hey, you're not allowed to film that, dude. So yeah, their case is basically just falling apart as much of an eggshell as it was in Idaho 4. As sad as it is, we have to revisit right where we were, the hoodie guy, anyway, so the sweater guy, Dutch Brothers, he's in the beginning of Xana's video, Hayden Villa, and I'm going to get to that. Murder Metal Mayhem did something on it, and I think Euphoric, and then we have some good stuff with Huda. She wants credit, and she gets credit, because she's a hard-working gal. I like her. I think she's got a cool accent. South African accent there. And then we have... this is funny.
It was warned about fighter jets very close to him. Now watch his reaction.
Traffic passing below your flight of 6 F-35.
Traffic's in sight. Too close for missile. Switch to gun.
Hey, I'm heard my entire life, man.
This about fighter jets very close to him. Now watch his reaction.
Traffic passing below your flight of 6 F-35.
Traffic's in sight. Too close for missile. Switch to gun.
Hey,
so he had 2 F-35s below him, and he said, too close for missiles, switch to guns. Pretty funny for a passenger aircraft pilot, I would say. This one is here's your pronoun.
I am a trans ally, of course. I actually ran to my old college roommate at the airport. I found out that they had recently transitioned. And I was thrilled because I had forgotten their name.
That's so good. Perfect. Post-woke world right there. I think this is, you know, is it really come to this in Canada? What's going on in Canada? Canada used to be so sweet. I love you, like South Africa and Australia. Now we have this business here. You can't cross the street.
Made this is a genius because they designed a way to make cars stop in the most efficient way possible. This design is located in Vancouver, and the idea is to pick up a brick next to crosswalks to make sure cars stop for you. The reason behind this is because several fatal accidents have happened in this road.
So really, it takes, I mean, is that gonna stop somebody from causing an accident because you're carrying a brick? So were people just plowing each other down? I'm moving right along. All right. Sorry about all the silly business. All right. So we have a nice creator here, Heather Fitzgerald. She's a friend of mine. I like to think she's a friend of mine, but she just points and picks at me behind my back. So the business with I call it BS, the gas station footage, but apparently, I mean, if you look at that picture, the still picture from it, it's all kinds of messed up. But let's let Heather tell her little story here, hopefully. Okay, there's not really any audio. Hopefully you can see that.
Much pro law enforcement. I do think that they are doing a good job. But one of the things that I did read that was slightly frustrating to me is that there was CCTV. As we know, there's a clerk at one of the convenience stores who came forward and said they had perhaps the Hyundai on CCTV. However, that CCTV was recorded over after a week. It was recorded over after a week. It was recorded over after a week, and that the footage was asked for about 3 to 4 weeks later.
3 to 4 weeks.
About 3 to 4 weeks later, and that the footage was asked for about 3 to 4 weeks later.
So what this? Yeah, we missed the thought riot. We do. I hope they're okay. I'm sure they're fine. I'm not gonna cry. I promised I wouldn't cry. I'm not gonna cry. Okay. Oh, stick my words in. Skip. Pause. This is a Heather Fitzgerald type of thing here, and I'm gonna JLR this here. We do have a JLR video today, and it's pretty good. I'm only playing it because he didn't know what he was doing. And he had a runny nose, which is kind of cute. I think I'm getting a runny nose. Is it working? Okay, there it was. I felt that. I took care of business. That's what you do. So, Too Fast for Fleas. We had Cheryl Butler. We had Heather. We had Pixel, Quick Pixie, Twizzle Licks, and none of them showed today. So I'm docking all their pay. But this brings me to what we were just talking about. My first point. Okay. And I'm not going to get sidetracked. What in the world? 3 to 4 weeks? And they're sitting here begging the public for factual information and video and putting up flyers, help the police, and they flooded their own tip line. Now, what on earth are you doing when you got a call from somebody about video of the car they think that you're looking for, and you don't follow up for 3 to 4 weeks? Boom, folks. Let me tell you, don't adjust your sets, okay? That's a big gator right there. That's a big gator. Shoot him. What you're gonna get is the impression. You know what I mean. The impression is of a police force that is running through the motions. And as AR put it last night, they didn't follow up on some stuff because that would require actual police work. I feel like they went into that house, they kind of strolled in 4 hours after the call, after the first ambulance got there, and they just started kind of kicking stuff around. All of a sudden, you're just taking pictures and finger dust there and finger dust there and Jimmy crack corn, and I don't care. Do you feel me? I mean, a surprise to anyone? No. But that's the case. That's the Idaho 4 case. And then they want to just throw circumstantial evidence at us and a more than likely knife sheath that was more than likely planted and call it the blues, man. It ain't the blues. I'm over it. So since they didn't do their job, for whatever reason, we got to do ours. We got to do this. We got to do this because they deserve it. Okay? And they won't leave me alone in my dreams, and I'll be honest. I don't know why. They won't let me stop. So, my opinion, I'm going to go ahead and give you my opinion, is that it's a cover-up because somebody connected to the university or somebody connected to this or that was involved, and it would have just been devastating for Idaho, University of Idaho. Okay? And so they were told somebody decided right from the start that the truth was not going to get out. And you know what I'm saying? When strings are pulled, we're pulling them strings, and you know what? We've probably all had strings pulled of us in some way or another, and we've all heard of it, and we've all seen the privilege, and but in this case, what a grand scale! Lana kind of came to the conclusion that the only viable suspect was the Cash Cow University, and I mean, she has dug deep, and I've been with her almost every step of the way. It took me a week before I got turbaned into this case here after it happened, and then I just gotten started on Delphi and some other case. I can't even remember now. Everything just started coming up weird, the questions of this, and I was like, okay, yeah, what is this guy saying? From the start, Lana was the only one who made any sense. And as we went further down the road now, we have I didn't know, and I guess I have been living under a rock, and maybe some of you too have also, but the Gonzalez Army? Is anyone familiar with the Too Fast for Fleas? What up, man? That's okay, bro. Here. I got a lot today, so we're going deep. And I'm glad you're here, bro. It's kind of hard for me to, with my little T-Rex arms, to type, and I got to hold this mic because the audio kind of is important, I guess. So, what is this? 5 issues with Kohberger's case ahead of the major hearing, and this is Law and Crime. There was something good here, so I'm going to play it real quick.
Firmly believes in Mr. Kohberger's innocence.
Bryan Kohberger, accused of killing 4...
Oops, there we go. Okay, we'll pass on that. I don't think it was that big deal. It was just a long crime anyway. Cool. Another one I can close. Yay! That Waffle House thing was pretty good though. Which I go over that. I'm not trying not to waste time. Moving right along. Okay, I'm not echoey now. Not echo. Now I'm echoey.
People didn't believe me. He takes his hat, he reverses it around, he puts it on forward, and then he pops that motherfucking hood.
Food around 1:40 Sunday morning. U of I students tell us it's a common weekend routine to go from the corner club to the food truck. Idaho State.
Skin to me.
Okay, I think I stopped that there because of Hayden Villa. And right now, I've got about 5 viable suspects since Steve G hasn't whispered that the DoorDash driver saw Bryan Kohberger do it in my ear yet. So I'm not a part of the Gonzalez army, even though I am a Kaylee Gonzalez supporter. She did do something. I don't know if it was her, but she did throw out something about, or somebody did, about Kaylee's half sister, who is now, and it may be Grandstand, I don't know, but she is down in the Amazon planting Kaylee's forest. And Steve G continues to ignore her as she is a product of a previous relationship, and this might make Christy jealous. That's the theory there.
Person that committed this crime. But we know she didn't do that. We know that she didn't do that because I highly doubt that law enforcement actually brought her back in after all the hell she had been through, brought her back in to ID the suspect. That would just be like actual law enforcement work that would be thought would happen in an investigation. But that's not how Idaho did this. We have very few details outside of even the cell phone pings that they wanted to put into that affidavit, almost making it as if, and we're going to get into this a little bit later in another video, those cell phone pings were showcasing, stalking, or planning of the crime, that somebody was, oh yeah, hold on. The prosecution, in its very latest motion and documentation submitted to the courts in regards to the change of venue, did a very nice cliff note on the bottom of the page after stating that some of the information utilized in the surveys was actual factual information that showcased Bryan's car around the home. But in a cliff note a little bit farther down, where many of the guilty people didn't want to go down and read that, even though it's substantially important, they didn't want to go down there and read that, where it states the PCA by no means was making any sort of claim or statement that Bryan Kohberger's car was around the victim's home, around the crime scene home. It was only stating that it utilized a cell phone tower that covered the area.
Which is basically the Jenga piece that brought this whole thing down. So now we've had a guy in prison or jail for 2 years. And they got nothing. They got nothing on Kohberger. Thelma Galloway. Just want to be old. That sounds so very Italian. That's very interesting that you say that. In other news, I have this, and so it's from this. And I saved. I don't know how it happened. But for once in my life, I saved the page it came from. And it came from right here. Do it. Oh, no, maybe not this one. Hold on. Right here. Where is it? Better be there. Kids in bed yet? What time is it there? Earlier, later. About 8 hours. You're about. Damn, you're at midnight? No way. Probably about 10 o'clock, eh? I did slave it. Where is it? Come on, guys. Don't even. There it is. Right there. Okay. Can you see my mouse? And I'm not gonna mess with it. But I was like, oh, that's weird. Shocking video of Jeff Yeffy's Island goes viral. And wait, that's not the one. That's not the one. Wait a second. Did they get me? Oh man, they got me. Somehow it got plucked out of my. Wow, they are good. You got to be kidding me. This is it maybe. There it is. Oh, that was actual video. And it said billionaires kids. Video billionaires kids on Jeff Yeffy Island. And then when I went to watch it, I got that, and then but somehow I saved the thumbnail. And literally overnight slept her over morning. It got plucked right out from under me. But I love to hear. Okay, I told you I got it. And you're talking about the Idaho info you received, the conversation between someone and someone. So you gotta film. You gotta help me fill in the blanks. Help me help you. Say hello, everybody. So that's what they do. And Jules had her channel, but that was her own dumb mistake. Oh gosh, I'm echoey again. I'm sorry, my guys. Oh, you don't know who you can trust. Well, what do you give me a vague roundabout idea of what you're talking about here? And I'm gonna run this video, and I'm gonna run it full steam. And I know it's JLR, and I know anybody here doesn't want to see it. That's why I'm playing it, you guys, because you're not gonna watch it, okay? And I mean, if you want, Thelma, if you want to email it to me, hopefully you can trust me, and I'll keep it on the DL if you want me to, and I'd love to know exactly. Okay, so you have it on your YouTube on private. And I'd love to know which way it goes. Which way it leans. Cheryl Butler in the house. Hey, I did not know you were Velma from the Scooby-Doo. There was a picture at a gas station, and they had the Ghostbusters car and the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo, and the caption said, "What kind of trouble is your town in when both these vehicles are coming in?" I thought that was hilarious. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado.
Club, the Corner Club in Moscow, Idaho. Maddie and Kaylee, on the night of the 12th of November, they were inside this club here, and then they walked that way down Main Street to the grub truck. But I'm going to talk, and I'm going to take you on a tour of the area at night. I'm giving you a nighttime perspective, right? This is a weekend night. It is a month later. It is colder out here. That night they got stabbed, November 13th, 4 of them, 4 college students, brutally stabbed inside their home. Police haven't arrested anyone yet. No murder weapon has been found. And authorities are looking for a white Hyundai Elantra, possibly having information related to the case. But they were in the Corner Club. I'm going to show you what the area looks like at night, and we're gonna take a walk after we go in the club a minute. Now, I'm not sure if they're gonna be happy with me being here, but I'm gonna go in at least. Alright, so the corner club looks like it has surveillance up there at the top. Top there looks like there's surveillance cameras there. Yes. See some cars here. Doesn't even have windows. The corner club doesn't even have windows as a business here. There's what it looks like in there. Not even gonna go in there. They're gonna look at me funny. Let's just go around the back over here. This place has no windows. None. No windows at the corner club. Like in there. There is the corner club. Let me zoom in. That's what it looks like in there. You got TVs in there. Looks like a bar. A shuffleboard or some sort of Alright, we're gonna keep on moving. So you can park here. Here's another entrance, sidewalk, but no windows. Alright, so we're strolling along. They're walking.
Okay, so right there, he's catty corner pretty much to the culture club, the club, and I don't think he realizes at this point, because I believe this is over a year ago. He flew from Tampa here to Idaho, and what a beautiful city, what a beautiful town, what a fucked up place. So I don't think he realizes where he's walking, because where he's walking right now is, I 100% believe that this is exactly where Kaylee asked Maddie what she told Adam. And then, so the camera is going to be right here, and he's literally looking for cameras. But I don't think at this point he realizes where he is. And then he has snot running down his nose, and it gets really fun. But no, I digress. So I'll let him continue on his trip. But just remember, that's where the edited NASA video with Kaylee's or Maddie's legs getting all weird, and they asked what she told to Adam. And again, now that we are rewinding the Wayback Machine, we're gonna have to think more about what did Maddie tell Adam exactly. And why was Jack Showalter? So they were basically walking from the corner club to the grub truck, which was going to be down here. It's not there at this point, but there's been interesting things along the way. And in the next video of JLR, he strikes upon the grub truck, and the guys who were working that night happened to be there. So it's quite interesting. Like I said, compliment before you criticize, yo. And so yeah, this is that. I don't know why I'm dragging that out so much, but that's, now you get it.
Assuming that they have some drinks in them. These cars are out. Now this is a weekend. But this weekend here is less busy than probably their weekend because of the holiday. But you see cars are out. Let me just go over here.
So, boom, right there. That's the bench. Probably the same car parked right there. The tree. I maybe we're a little bit past it, if that. Let's see when he turns right here. I'm gonna keep the audio off for a second. I can hear it, but you can't. See, right there. That's where that went down. Do you see any clothes on the ground or anything? Any gloves? Okay.
Going along. It is quiet out here though. Alright, there's a kitchen there called the Lodge Hole. Lodge Hole Kitchen. Lodge Hole. They were looking at me like, who is he recording? Alright, there's across the street there. Don't see any activity there. There is a bank called Zion's Bank. Zion's Bank.
Okay, well, before we come up on the Mad Greek, it's about to come up on the Mad Greek. What a beautiful small town. And you know, if you've never been to Idaho, you don't realize how beautiful it is. And they're very conservative. Okay, so I want to interject here that I was watching a real estate video. It's always funny what you come across when you're doing this. And at the end of the video, they're doing the pros and the cons of moving to Idaho. And you buy a house, you can call me, blah, blah, blah. The guy had his wife as a part of the video for to sell or not to sell moving to Idaho. And the very last thing they talk about is politique. Okay, Kerem? Shoshana. And she says that Moscow is a very interesting town. There's a lot of art. There's a lot of culture. There's a lot of education. But there is also on the odd end. Now, it was number 5. But I guess I'm going to say it was the number 1 reason not to move to Moscow, Idaho. Was that there's a lot of political tension. A lot of... And it apparently was so bad that... they're like, I don't really want to get into it. Feel free to email me and I'll get into it further. And so it's between a very religious conservative right and a very liberal left. Cheryl, stop retracting your messages. I didn't see it. You can say whatever you want. Feel free to speak freely. And we're not going to make fun of you because I'm the dumbest one in the room at all times. So, anyway, you have to think about a beautiful town like this. Everybody knows everybody. And then you got people that are literally at each other's throats over, can you be this or can you do that? And this is how it's done. And we've seen the videos of the religious guys. Okay? All right. So that being said, let's go and find the Mad Greek.
Looks like there's a place open there. Burgers and fries. Shakes, burgers, and fries. People park. You see cars. This looks like a place called Mingles Billiards Bar and Grill. Mingles. Mingles. Yep, Mingles Bar and Grill. That one is open. I can hear people playing pool inside there. This is called North Star Financial. Nothing there. Across the street. There's some shops here.
Okay, I don't know if you notice. Why does every single financial institution have some sort of Masonic symbolism? I wanted to point that out, and I wanted to skip back, and I'm sorry, I'll go back to where I was. But when he first started the run here, away from Corner Club, you see a FOE. Okay? Is that the Moose Lodge? Is it Fraternal Order of Electricians? He barely focuses in on it. First, anyway, when he first left, right? I think right here.
Bar to go by. Oh, they actually stop here. Thank you. They actually stop. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to
also notice the snot rolls coming down here now. Just saying. Sorry, Jail.
Got the Christmas lights out. Really not a far walk at all. It's a few blocks. Actually, I'm gonna go into the street and show you the businesses. So this is open.
Snack update.
Called Eagles. Let's go check it out first. Looks like a
Okay, so if you remember, there was, I believe, the night before the massacre, there was a 911 call placed from the Moose Lodge. And this place looks like a bar or something like that, and it's got an FOE. So, it's fraternal, which means it's a fraternity, and it's an order, means it's a secret society, and then Eagles. So this could be very well the place. And they believe that Maddie and Kaylee made the 911 call. Another mystery we got to get the Wayback Machine for again. Wait till you see the white launcher thing that I've got coming up. But let's try to get this JLR thing out of the way. We can only tolerate so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna skip right ahead, right back to where we were. But I wanted to mention that, and I also wanted to mention every financial institution has Illuminati symbolism, or I'm sorry, Masonic. So
there's people out. There's people out and about. This place is called the Tap Kitchen. The Tap Kitchen. The Tap Kitchen. Oh, look, we got the Mad Greek. We have the Mad Greek. Looks like the Mad Greek is open. No, they're closed. They're closed. Well, there's people in there, but I'll talk another time.
I just want to point out.
Mad Greek.
I just want to point out the sign right next to his head literally said open.
Madison Mogan worked. He worked. There's a pizza place. It's open.
Okay, so I don't have... This isn't going to go on too much longer on this one. But what he does do is he shows us the Mad Greek. Bada, bada, bada. He looks inside. But behind the Mad Greek, across the alley is... We're going to get to that. The Eco. Okay, where Kaylee was going to work. Austin, Texas, their headquarters. And she had gotten money in advance to buy her car, I guess. Maybe she worked there over the summer. She went and bought the car. With the money of that crooked organization, the Eco. They're if you're not familiar, they are a pest control service, and these pest control services do big money because they oh man, I'd love to have an apartment right there. That would be... I would kill to have like a whole floor above one of these businesses. That'd be great. That would be a blast. Always wanted one of those above a business. So Eco, yeah, we're gonna have to revisit that business. That's some dirty business. I believe the Davids are involved there. Loach's name has come up. Oh yeah, no, that was. I know. I thought I caught that when I first watched it, Cheryl. That the white Elantra that stopped for him was a white Elantra. And then if you saw Lana's thing yesterday, she was showing the drone footage of the house, and the first car that goes by is a white Elantra with a sunroof and tinted windows. And then we have, excuse me, one more here, where Euphoric does a great zoom in at the grub truck and shows a white Elantra, tinted windows, pulling right up beside them. Well, you'll see here where the grub truck was, and then backed up and parked, and then took off again. It's pretty good. You'll see. Maybe I'm not describing it perfectly, but so here we're gonna.
Breakfast Club. Well, there's nothing really else here, but I'll walk the length to give you guys an understanding. It's most likely they got their ride share somewhere up there and then headed home. Their private ride share, I'm hearing it came from like a sorority ride share program that picked them up and took them back. This is called Panhandle Coffee. Panhandle Coffee. That was open. We even got an old movie theater here. White Noise and Argentina versus France. Movie theater. Pretty though. How pretty that looks. Do a selfie. Pretty. We're moving on. Alright, so we're going to be approaching 4th. We have Moscow, bagel, and oh, this is the bagel shop. Oh, excuse me. Bagel shop. We've been hearing a lot of people, a lot of chatter about the bagel shop, and I'll touch on that on another video for people that are unfamiliar with the theory on that end. I won't discuss it in this video. That'll come for another video. There's been people reaching out to me saying, you have to check out the bagel shop, and they're throwing names out there. I'm not gonna say the names on this thread. Alright, cross over the road. So this is actually the busy street cross. I think that's 8, I believe it or not. Not sure. Alright, so the Mad Greek is right over here. There's the Mad Greek, and we're gonna go around back. We're gonna go around back. This is the Mad Greek right here.
Okay, so it is in this video where I say now he's gonna walk down the alley behind the Mad Greek, and he theorizes that this is how Kaylee came to be associated with Eco, the pest control company, where she ended up working. You'll see, you'll have to see.
Just take a I get those photos in front of spots. Let's go around here, because there's another theory going on. I believe the police station, Moscow Police, is right over here. So
okay, I just want to preamble this because watch how scared he gets. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. I had not seen it. But apparently he got shook.
I want to take you through the alleyway of the Mad Greek. This alleyway here. And I'm back here in the alleyway. There's the guy right there. I don't even want to go near that guy. I think that's the guy, Jetty. That was the guy. Matter of fact, yes, I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Okay, so you can definitely see that his nose is running. I'm just kidding. But the guy comes back across the alleyway, and that was Jetty. And from what I understand, he did a thing on which a lot of people, Bubbly Waters, I think, have all done stuff on deep dives into the Eco company and its corruptedness, and I guess JLR did too. And so here, he walked right by the guy. He's already done a deep dive into him, and it sounded like the guy said something because they recognized him right at the end of the alleyway. He turned around, and then he grew a set and walked right by him, right in between them. And there was definitely some palatable tension there. And he doesn't go into what it is, but I 100% believe that that's what's going on with JLR and this feller here. And so I'm proud of my boy here. He walks back. Check this out.
For sure, that was him. There's Jenny. That is crazy. I don't even want to speak now because I gotta speak because there's music, and I don't like music in my videos because then YouTube shuts my videos down. That was Jetty. I swear. I walked right past Jetty and I made a video about him. In an alley. He had he could have confronted me. Alright. The business. Where is this business? This business is, there's I don't know where it's at. It's a pizza spot. I must have had to go in through over there. That was awkward. Believe me. Wasn't trying. I should have flat out just asked him. But I feel cold and vulnerable. And that guy has kidnapping charges, and the guy has robbery charges and kidnapping charges. But he was in the back alley. He was in the back alley. That was crazy. Alright, so I'll be thinking about that all night. Crazy. Let me know what you think. What's your thoughts? Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. I'm heading right back to Main Street. But my theory was, my theory on that though is, right, back there, right? He's back there right now, right? My theory is that Maddie and Xana would go out the back the Greek back there and empty trash. You see that Jetty was clearly back there, and I made a video about that. So actually my thoughts kind of in a sense came into fruition, where that guy there that we just passed could have spoken to Xana or Maddie. Imagine if he ended up doing something. Scary world, right? Walk right past the situation. So, all right, everyone, stay safe.
Okay, so I think maybe I should apply for JLR's bodyguard. He's gonna, but that was pretty interesting, right? That was I don't know. I guess I missed that one. Not a lot of us on this side following Mr. JLR anymore. He's got 250,000 thanks to that Paramount Plus followers. I'm not going to say 250,000 people believe that whatever he says, or that the BK is the guy, or anything. I'm just going to say that he's drawn a lot of the attention, and good for him. And he did a great job in this video. It's an amazing walkthrough. Keep your hygiene up on a swivel, but our next one, I now have 5 billion windows open again somehow. I guess I got probably a little excited there. So this is the one I was talking about, Hudo. And I have to kill the volume on it. It's got music. But check this out. Now, a lot of people have theorized that this is Xana. And I'm going to say it looks less like Xana, but she sure moves like Xana. And it does look like Xana, though. When you see the next video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But keep an eye in the background here, behind this gentleman here. And you'll see, let me get to the white Hyundai or white car. It stops. And at this point, Kaylee and Maddie are over here to the left of the person that a lot of people think are Xana at the grub truck. And if you haven't gone back to the grub truck, and I know it's hard even to talk about it, I can't stand the voice of the guys anymore. I can't listen to the grub truck guys anymore. No offense against them. And the whole thing. But we're going to get into that. I'm sorry, but they've isolated the Joe V conversation. And I'm going to tell you, it's pretty unnerving. Okay, so you have, I talked about Hayden Villa, like Bob Villa, Hayden Villa. Maybe he's related to Bob Villa. Okay, so we've seen that. I hope I didn't close the wrong window. Okay, here's Joe V. We're gonna listen to Joe V talk, just in case you haven't seen it. See how many windows I have? I got a spinning wheel here going on. Let me try one more time to close this damn thing. There it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over and let Joe.
Like they were trying to ditch him, so that's sus. And it also seemed like he was pissed that they ditched him, which is also sus. And he was standing in line with me, who was waiting for food, but after watching the video, homeboy never ordered food. He never even went up to the counter. Also,
I just want to say, I wasn't sure if this was an OnlyFans at first. I don't know what he's got going on here with this whole pillow talk going on.
But we don't know anything. Yeah, I remember she said that because she turned around because I think he said like, "Oh my God," because she was like really drunk and was doing like it was kind of funny. She was like trying to grab food and stuff, and I think she turned around and said, "Hey."
Okay, first thing I'm going to say about this little OnlyFans video that Joe Vito or Joe Video, Joe Vidiot put out is this mansplaining video here. He's always said since day one that they were trying to grab food out of the window. And I watched the whole video again. I never saw them once, even Maddie, try to grab anybody else's food. They'd ordered their own food, but he even says, "Oh, the guys got tired of them reaching into the truck and just gave him some food." And then I went up there and said, "Oh, that was nice of you." Mansplainer. Can you say mansplainer, anyone?
Hey, like, fuck you. Like she was like saying it to him like don't laugh at me kind of thing. I've been craving that ever since I heard about it and Googled the menu, but I'm in Australia. Well, oh, Jade, earlier there was a guy on here from Australia and I was showing him my Bloodstones. I was like, God bless you guys for making Bloodstones. I love those shoes. Those are like, I wear them like all the time. And Bloodstones. Did they even speak to him? Yeah, they talked several times. Yes, and you see Maddie taking a picture above her head of him. She wasn't. She wasn't. So I don't know why people keep saying that. That wasn't what was happening. She was so Maddie was reaching into, people were saying she never climbed in the grub bus. That's actually, maybe climbing's not the right word, but she was like reaching around inside the grub bus trying to grab food. And her friend Kaylee, who was the shorter one, was the one I think you're talking about. She had the camera held up high because she was trying to videotape Maddie reaching around inside the grub bus, which was part of the reason why the grub bus guy just gave them food. Like, hey, don't.
Okay, really? Really? And then he says, oh, I could see their phone. I know that she wasn't taking a picture of him. And they were reaching around. And we're going to, unfortunately, like I said, it's a cool look at the grub truck. Though, guys, it's not what the crap you're used to seeing. And like I said, where we're going, my friends, we've already been. All right? And we got to go back there. It's a dark, ugly place. A lot of finger pointing. And this is where we got to keep it classy, San Diego. Because we don't want to be the out fringe kooks. We want to be the authority that makes the legacy media tremble in their boots. Okay, I'm sticking with that story. And let's go on with Jovi and his BS mansplain. And then we'll get to Hayden.
I'll be reaching in here, you know. And meanwhile, there's a driver that had pulled up for them, that was waiting for them, and he came out and was like, hey, what's going on? Let's go. So.
Boy, he sure knows a lot about what their activities were and when the driver pulled up and all this, when it was just two drunk girls that happened to keep bumping into him in the beginning. Now it's Kaylee and Maddie, and they're, I mean, what are you doing? Now, Huda does one of the best analysis, and unfortunately, she has really good software. And you know, you've seen the Banfield video of Saeed's phone with the pictures that were on it, and it seemed like in the beginning very clear images of something wrong. It did look like some type of scene. Huda goes in deeper on what's on Joe Vito's phone here. And unfortunately, it's very clear, but you can't really see what's on the phone. And she kind of, I think she, agreed, Skanky. He's doing, hey, this is a private, just for you, Cheryl Butler, OnlyFans. He's got his top off. He's going to show you his man boobs. And let's finish up.
I don't know what, that's another rumor that's just spreading around. People are like, she was taking pictures of him. She wasn't taking pictures. She was I think it was Snapchat, if I remember correctly.
Okay, just one more time. Really?
She was like snapping somebody, or she was snapping Maddie being silly because Maddie was very drunk. Oh, thanks for the clarification, because people are really running with that comment. Yeah, I know. What kind of food do they sell? It looks so popular. Definitely would try it when we were from Ghost. Okay, Cloudy, when you come up here, hit me up. I'll take you guys. And I promise, it'll be good. It'll be a good time. Have you been questioned? I bet everyone in town has been. I don't know if questioned is even the right word. I went in on my own because they didn't return my call. And so I just I physically went when I knew that I had seen those girls there at the grub bus and they didn't call.
Yeah, here we go. You've just incriminated yourself, Joe Vito, to me. What? In the beginning, he got on his mansplaining van and said two girls were drunk and didn't even know their names. And now he's calling them and they didn't return his call, and he got worried when they returned his call. What in the actual heck is he talking about? Okay? I mean, if you're involved in this case, something's crazy about you, apparently. Obvious, anything. If you stick your head in this case, if you were involved in this case, you are nuts. And you make crap up and you lie, and then you lie on top of the lie, and nobody ever calls you out on it. Except for me. Here I am. Okay, so he gets so worried about the two girls drunk girls that kept bumping into them, that he didn't even know that were stealing food and using Snapchat. Oh, well, that's a very specific thing now, isn't it? Where was that in the beginning, Mr. Joe V? And now, so he's going to go down to Moscow PD. And he claims that he is the one that on November 19th or November 23rd, whatever it was, provided the timeline. They had no timeline until Joe V magically appeared because he was worried about his friends. How did he get their number? He wasn't their friend. Didn't return his calls.
Call me back. I was like, yo, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to go to the police station and I will be here as long as they want me to be here to answer any questions they have and give them as much information as I can remember from that night. And that's what I did. They spent most of my time there. They spent it trying to build, I think, they asked me questions about Homeboy in the Hood. And they didn't have that many questions, which I thought was weird. I was like, no, please ask me more questions. Because at the time I was like, it had to be this guy. But then I didn't realize how much, details were going around and stuff and how you've been cleared and all that. But they were mostly interested in establishing a timeline for the girls because they had no timeline yet. And that was that Wednesday for their first press conference. That was that morning. So during the press conference, they had announced the timeline. So I was like, wait, you guys had no timeline until this morning? The information I gave you guys? And that was like, ooh, I'm a little disappointed in that, but I'm sure
There you have it, folks. Joe V solved the case. All right, I mean, you get as sus as you want on that guy. I mean, jump all over it. There's a suspect. I'm not gonna say it. Suspect aerial vehicle number 1. Let's just go with that. Okay. Flying over. My name is Joe V. I know everything. Okay, so he's best friends now. Has the phone number for Maddie and Kaylee. Terrified that his friends weren't answering the phone. And goes to the Moscow PD. But now Jack Showalter is Homeboy in the Hood. Oh, and I thought he did it at first and then he got cleared. Oh, so everything's okay once he got in 5 minutes. I mean, the faster they clear you in this case, the more suspect you are, okay? So we got suspect aerial vehicle number 2, Jack Showalter. Here we go again, my friends. I'm sorry. Die, Jovi. I'm sorry, not die. I mean, dye your hair. Okay, there we go. So, now we talk about Hoodoo. Hoodoo. Make sure.
Somebody else answer the question. Sorry, I'm so behind. We're looking at 4 people working. We got 4. We got Hans responding to that. Man, I'm bad at reading stuff in order.
The other crowd is saying Xana still. Watch what Jovito is watching. You clearly see that is someone with a mask. I don't know what exactly it is. You need to zoom in into his phone. Wonder if that is Ethan or Xana. If that is someone with a ski mask. This is what he's watching. while the group is still there. This girl is watching something too, but it's unclear what she's watching. Jovito needs to explain himself clearly what he was watching. That looks like eating, I don't know. Or is that someone with a ski mask? This is the other picture. You can't see it clearly. Oh my God. It looks like two.
So yeah, I think she had the brightness up a little bit too high, and it blew it out. I think maybe on her screen, she can clearly see. And we've seen the pictures of, you know, it looks like two bodies laying on the ground, and there's some blood, and it's horrifying. I don't know if you've seen them or not. They were more prevalent out there when Banfield really came about, and Hutto started doing this stuff. So I just wanted to point out that there was some stuff there. Okay, so let's go.
Oh, dude, weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, I swear to God, that was 3 weeks ago. Story of my life.
You're good. Date of birth?
Yep, 2001.
Oh, so you are 21?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to do anything.
What happened to your head?
This? Oh, dude, weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, I swear to God, that was 3 weeks ago. Story of my life.
You're good. Date of birth?
Okay, so this is Hayden Villa. In the grub truck, you can see, I was trying to point to it, he was accident-free since 93. And then we go, and this is a picture, a close-up from what you'll see in Lana's opening. That is him in slippers, and you see he was wearing high waters at the grub truck. He's got on the same Dutch Brothers sweater here, and he's not wearing the hat. Okay, but he's got a giant bruise on his forehead. Now, you know that if you get hit, it takes a while for a bruise really to show. So this must be a pretty doggone good bruise right here, if you can see it. Hopefully you can. And also, you'll notice somebody rearranged his nose for him. And in my opinion, he's probably got it coming. So the reason the police, this is a body cam footage. The reason the police were interrogating him is they were caught stealing a sign from the Wonder Mart or whatever down the road. I want to say this is Lind Lane or Queen Road Apartments. I'm not sure. I don't know. It could, wherever it is. He was at the grub truck. No marks, no broken nose. And here he is, hours later in the morning, the next day, lying to the police about this mark in his head and his broken nose that he said he got 3 weeks ago. He goes, what? The cop asks, what happened to your face? And he says, oh, those have been there for weeks, I swear. I swear to God. Goes on mansplaining the whole thing. Lying about it. Okay, those have not been there. They were not there hours before. Okay, so now after the massacre, here he is with a busted up face, and he's lying about it, and he tells the police that he's been playing video games all night. So was he playing Wii tennis and he hit himself with a racket?
Eddie and Kaylee right there, and you can see he sees them and he kind of just like, oh, there they are. He even steps over to take a glance right there. He's looking at Maddie, and then Jack's okay, also this is when Jack puts on the hoodie, so you can see that People say he looked into the camera or he saw a camera and he decides to put on a hoodie. So, but that kind of, to me, it doesn't make sense, because when he takes off his hat, now we can see his whole face. We can see his entire face. So that he exposes himself even more like this. And he must know there's a camera right there. I don't know if he's been to a grub truck before, if this is his first time or he's been here before. If this is his first time, I can see why people be like, oh, he's trying to hide himself once he saw the cameras. But if he lives there and he went here multiple times, he would know there's cameras. And so he takes it off, puts on his hat the right way, and puts on the hoodie. Is it because he's scared of the camera, or is he just cold and he's trying to use the hoodie? So we don't know at this point. And he just goes there and stands on the side. This is when number 9 waves at Maddie. So as you can see, he's looking at Maddie. Maddie's not looking at him. And then as soon as Maddie turns and sees him, he puts the 2 fingers up, and Maddie notices him. That's when she starts to approach him. Okay, she's approaching him. She gives him a hug.
Actually, do this.
And then she just walks off, which is kind of, well, she says something.
Thank you. Absolutely.
She makes a couple comments and she walks off, which is weird because he looked very excited to see her, and she looked excited, and then she comes over to say hi, whatever, and then she just walks off. I don't know. I feel like they would have spoken a little bit longer. And as she's walking off, he's, I don't know, looking down. And then he walks over to this guy who is, we're gonna call him number 8. He has a number 8 on his t-shirt. And then Maddie goes back to Kaylee. Okay.
That's the second one.
And we also noticed that one thing I forgot to mention is that when Maddie walks off, right here, Jack sees her walking off and he follows her with his eyes. While he doesn't move, he stands in the same spot. He's looking at her.
Do this.
He looks away. He goes back on his phone. I guess he lost interest in that.
There you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
He looks over again
How many more do you need?
at Maddie.
That's the second one.
And then he kind of just looks away.
Awesome.
And then number 9 makes a sleeping gesture after Maddie leaves. So as you can see, somebody else noticed this, and I thought this was interesting. When she left, he says something to number 8. He looks back up at Maddie and he makes this gesture, whatever that is. I have no idea. Like a sleeping gesture.
Okay, I want to jump back into that one. That is King Merovingian. He has, look at how clear this video is now. So as before, hopefully you guys are still with me. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is going somewhere. Much more to work with now. And even Hudo says all the answers are right here that we need. They're going to be right here. So bear with me. I'm going to come back to that probably. But this one, I think this is the clincher here. Wait, is it this one? I think it's this one.
Do you like having a P.O. box but are tired of wasting time and money driving to the post office?
The last one.
Want to try Ozempic?
So this is 1925 for you. You got the last pizza bag. Hey, there was one. Yo, shit.
We didn't bring a thermos, did we?
No, we did not.
Okay. Damn. I swear I had a jacket. What is this? Number
89. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not it. I'm sorry. I lost my place here. Close that one. We'll come back to Lana. Here, let's take a little break from the grub truck and check out some berries. I think this one comes right up.
Was in the living room chilling when he sees this. A man named Jason explains that one night while
they're going to install new memories into the prisoners' heads. If we develop that technology, that will be the point where we can no longer be sure.
Sorry, copyright strike on that. I don't want to get... But they got these two girls. Watch this girl's face just disappear. And they just showed up and started... They broke into his backyard and started making these faces at his window. And he said something about their names. And I said, oh, it's Methany Funk and Dylan Matheson. They showed up at the door. I know they've been through pain, man, but come on. Were you even there? All right, Barry can go. Okay, this is it. Yay, I found it. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, now, if you guys haven't seen this, if anybody's still out there, we got just not if you can.
Hello. Hi. Welcome back.
I would like the
Okay, so now this is Hayden Villa that we have later on, the sign stealer. And he's talking to this girl here. And they've isolated the audio. I guess they said, who are you talking about or whatever? And then he says, oh, what are you mad about her? Because she keeps her dog in a baby carrier. Okay, so this gets... You can see Kaylee's head turn because she knows she keeps her dog in a baby carrier. So now a lot of people thought she was drunk because she's fumbling with this guy, who she's ordering from, but she's also trying to listen to what the hell Hayden Villa is saying. Now, watch what he says. This is so good, guys. I hope you're still here. I wish I'd played this at the beginning. Maybe I'd brought more people in. It's okay. That's all right. Is anybody there? That's all right. This is so... And I got to give credit on this one. I don't know. I will in the end.
Okay.
I feel a massive...
If I had like a free grub truck on my app.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually...
So when they say long hair, they're talking about Hayden Villa. Thelma, I haven't received, as of the last time I looked, the thing you were going to send me, but If you don't mind, go ahead and send that, and I can take a look at it. I'm very interested. But this is the best part of this whole video. If you haven't watched anything, watch this. Okay, Hayden Villa, Joe V, and blonde-haired girl. I haven't identified her yet. I'm sorry. I will say that I'm just gonna skip the second JLR video where he goes to the grub truck. But this guy and the black guy are also in the grub truck, and he approaches them and he asks them if he can talk about the Idaho 4 case, and it's very creepy. Then they're like, no, we're not allowed to talk about it, and blah blah blah. And it turns out that the guy that's at the register, the black guy working in the grub truck, was arrested recently, thank you Bubbly Waters, for uncovering that one for strangling his girlfriend, domestic violence. It's not gone to trial, I don't believe, yet or anything. He's probably out on bail, but that was something that happened, and so that's why I was going to show the JLR video. They were very creepy though. There's nobody there. It was cold. He walks up, asks to talk to him, and there's no, we can't talk about it, and they vibed him out, and which is, I guess he's used to that. Okay, but let's continue watching. Not talking now. You can pipe in on the chat if you're still there. I want a milkshake. I'm gonna go get a chocolate milkshake in a minute. Do this.
I'm about to make you shook.
I'm about to make you shook, in case you can't see that. And that's Joe Villa. Okay, talking to Joe Villa. Hayden Villa talking to Joe Villa. I'm about to make you shook. And it says something real weird.
I'm going to show you your work in the gym. You're still light, motherfucker.
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Dawn's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't have a free one.
It's right here.
And then what was the Mac?
Don't forget to remove the spoon.
Carbonara.
The carbonara Mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
Okay, well, hopefully you've made it watching. Nobody's in the chat anymore, but there's a picture of Murphy in the baby carrier. So, what a creepy conversation. And let me get the kudos out. It was Kara Williams. Who did this excellent video. Kara Williams. Please sub up to her. I just did. I didn't before. Okay. And so anyway, that was pretty creepy, I thought. Like I said, we got to go where we've already been, and unfortunately this is what it's going to involve, you guys. Okay, so I have a couple more. If you didn't catch this,
Week on Calvez of Rathdrum, Idaho, were found dead yesterday around noon local time in Moscow. Moscow police said the four found are homicide victims. The University of Idaho has canceled classes today out of respect for the students.
We understand the public's frustration about not being provided a lot of information. We are working to the best of our ability to actually provide as much as possible. We intend to come out and solicit information from the public if they are within certain areas that we believe are of interest for this investigation.
why you believe they are targeted.
That's who that was right there. Do you guys really think the public was really wanting information from us in this case? Truly ask yourself that. Do you really think that the public or that the police were truly wanting the public's help other than maybe that inner circle? Okay.
Killings. And do you know who?
If they wanted the public's help, why did they never change the year of the white Honda Elantra?
That's a great point. Okay, so we'll close that on out, and then we can move along. Blah, blah, blah. Got that on, and close that one. And then where were Ethan and Xana? Okay, and this one I can kind of get down to it. And it's only, well, there are only a few things. From 9 o'clock on, supposedly they were picked up. There's a Venmo for a ride, I believe, on Ethan's phone, whatever. Up until 1 o'clock in the morning, we have no idea where they were. And Thelma, I hope that you're sending me that, and I'll look at it, and we'll talk about it in the next one, or I'll do a little short. But here, the missing timeline of Ethan and Xana, once again, going to be hugely important. Where were they? Where they had a fight? Was Hayden Villa there? Is that why he got his nose broke? Is that why he got a bump on his head? But the missing timeline on these two is very important. The reason that they didn't process Murphy the dog, very important. Okay? Eco, very important. The fraternity, very important. Nick Reed, I'm not going to sit there and pound it in your head, but the most important. I can't even get a touch of his lawyer. You would think that he would want to get as much information out there as he could, but he won't return my calls. And I'm trying to get an interview with him.
New body cam video tonight giving some insight into alleged racist harassment of UVU basketball players while in Idaho.
Bombs.
New body cam.
Throwing the F-bombs and the N-bombs.
New body cam video tonight giving.
Throwing the F-bombs and the N-bombs.
New body cam video tonight giving some insight into alleged racist harassment of UVU basketball players while in Idaho for the NCAA tournament. The incidents are now the focus of a police investigation involving the FBI.
News specialist Lauren Steinbrecher is live to break down what the witness in the video tells police. Lauren?
Deanie and Mike, in that video, you can hear the witness tell the officer, see the witness say at first they didn't really fully realize what happened, but he believed that potentially the people who targeted them may have recruited others to join in on the racist attacks.
In his own words,
They're revving engines and blatant.
a man who tells police he's a University of Utah women's basketball team donor explains what happened before dinner last week.
That scared them. Yeah. It scared them a lot.
As the team walked down the sidewalk in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, from their hotel to the restaurant during the weekend of the NCAA basketball tournament.
We got 100 people trading down, and the team's got the sweats on and everything. Yeah.
He says people in a lifted truck harassed women of color on the team as they walked, yelling racial slurs while driving by.
Everybody's kind of walking faster, and it was aggressive. Mm-hmm. It wasn't passive.
And a couple hours later, when the team left dinner to walk back, he believes the same group had been sitting outside, this time with other cars and trucks crammed with people.
And literally, they had to have been waiting. I mean, literally, because no more than heading back down the street, they'd go fast and slow down. It was just so odd. But they start throwing the F-bombs and the N-bombs. They're scared. I mean, and I'm not being dramatic.
The man expresses worry over the team's safety. The officer saying he'll document the report and stay on the lookout for any more problems.
If you notice them or anything like that happening, even if it's just like, hey, I think it was these individuals and this is where they're at, call us right away.
Now, the team moved hotels the next day. The team released a statement saying that they're providing support to all those impacted.
Okay, so this is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, just north of Moscow, and they were harassing the basketball team. So this is standard issue Idaho stuff, right? Now the FBI is getting involved in this yelling incident where the students are getting, the basketball athletes are getting yelled at from Utah by people from Idaho. But no investigation into Timmy Reed, and the case is dropped. But the FBI is on this. Look, because it's racist. It's a hate crime. All right. And then a couple more things.
To 666 seconds of murder. That means each one of these videos is less than 666 seconds or 11 minutes and 6 seconds. So let's get to it. Going back to the Idaho 4 and talking about somebody that was at that grub truck video and some interesting things about his story.
Okay, so you can see Pete went on about Hayden Villa. And I wanted to wind up on this. And just remember, the state police, right here, you see? They're involved in the clearing out of the house. Let's bring everybody in. And let's clear out this house. And I just wanted to play this as a reminder of where we've been, guys and ladies. What they did. They gutted this house. They brought in the cowboys. Who were the cowboys? Where were Xana and Ethan? And look who's in charge. I want that poster. Somebody make that poster, like, you know, wall size. Either that. Oh, where there was. Or that right there. Chief Fry driving away in the U-Haul truck, you guys. This one would be better. Who does this, man? Was there a message written on the wall when they walked in, and that's how they knew it was targeted? Crime of passion, whatever they said. The one thing I have about the whole thing is, if the police were corrupt, and they do seem like they're lying about something, they are. They had ample opportunity to plant a knife with DNA in Bryan's apartment, in his house, in his parents' house, in his car, and they did it. which maybe for the Gonzalez army it would have made it a lot easier, and they could have said, look, he had the knife in his house, it's over. Hey, guy. Okay, so anyway, if somebody wants to send me that poster, he's the new John Wayne there, baby. So, okay, I wanted to wrap it up right there. And I want to thank everybody that came in today and you for watching. I hope it was informative and you enjoyed your late afternoon or early morning with me. Okay. And everybody have a fantastic day. Okay. Thank you very much.